once you've learned this basic knowledge that you're getting this year, once you've got that basic knowledge of theology and fiqh, and you've heard me say, you've got to keep learning. My point of saying that, I want to make this really clear, it's not that you become scholars. That's not the goal. It's not for, I mean, inshallah, you will. I'm not saying that, but that's not the objective. That's what I mean. The learning isn't like, oh, I've got to become a scholar then. Rather, the objective is your learning sees you become a servant of God. And servanthood is shown in worship, in how you worship God. That can be prayer, sadaqah, charity, helping. Do you get what I'm saying? I think what you're saying is, well, when do you then focus on the spiritual practice of Islam? You focus it in tandem with your learning. You don't try and make this compartment. Oh, when you're learning, you're not spiritually practicing. This in itself is inherently incorrect. They go hand in hand. There isn't like, well, if you're doing that, then you're not doing that. Why have we got this type of mentality, you know? They go hand in hand. So there's times where you need to activate yourself where you're learning, and there's times where you're going to activate yourself to, let's say, you become focused in your ibadah. But having a balance between these two things is what's prophetic. As an individual, you may become overly persuaded to focus on your ibadah, your worship. That does not then mean that you're not someone who's also still acquiring learning. But you're doing it in your own kind of way then. So we've got to learn to realize that we could have aspects of ourselves that draw us to being really focused on ibadah, because we find that sakina, we find that tranquility, that itminan. No doubt, and it's really important. Ala bi zikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. It's in the remembrance of God that hearts find this stillness. Whenever you talk about this kind of discussion, you know, it ends up becoming, it all easily starts turning into one or the other. I'm trying to say it's not one or the other. That's what I'm just trying. It's not one or the other. It's trying to keep both things going in the best of ways. There's times where you will just become focused mainly on worship, and there's times when no, you need to be accompanying that with learning, and that's how you steadily grow. That's the point.